Well, it's pretty much what I thought. And sellers, don't freak out about a drop in median sales price. I'll explain what you are seeing and why you're seeing it. Also, stay tuned at the end as I will explain to those waiting for a market drop why it's likely not to happen anytime soon. Let's do it. Jonathan McCoy here with Keller Williams Realty Chattahoochee North, and I'm Atlanta's Real McCoy. Let's discuss the latest market stats we are seeing in Metro Atlanta. Last time we talked, I mentioned the typical slowdown we see around August here in Georgia due to school starting. As we look at the numbers today, we will see this impact. So let's jump right in. We are just looking at detached single-family homes in Metro Atlanta, and we are looking at inventory over the last 6 months. First, I will point out that we are still at 1 month of inventory across all price points. This is still super low, which continues to drive prices up. Though a few things that I want to point out. One is we are seeing a rise in inventory for the highest price points. We are seeing everything $2 million and above with the most inventory. So much so that at these price points, it is now a buyer's market. If we look at another grouping of homes from $900,000 up to $2 million, we are seeing inventory around 2 months or higher. We have seen a rise in inventory since its low here in May. If we look at the sweet spot where homes are in highest demand, the $200,000 to $400,000 price range, we are still seeing less than a month of inventory. There is still a high demand for these homes in this price range. With that said, we can still see a small trend over the last 6 months of a very small bump in inventory. Now, we are looking at homes for all price ranges across Metro Atlanta for the last 6 months. One thing I think that stands out the most is the drop in median list price and median sales price. This is where understanding of seasonality comes in handy. Some might look at this and think prices are coming down. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, buyers, but prices are not coming down right now. Here is what's happening. Larger homes that are oftentimes sold to buyers who have families with kids typically go up for sale and sell at higher rates during the months of May to July. The reason why is kids are out of school for summer break. This allows families greater flexibility to move, and because of that, we see larger homes being bought and sold during these months leading up and during summer at a higher rate than the rest of the year. But once schools start, a lot of families are not looking to move. In turn, we see less of these larger homes on the market that are being bought and sold. These larger homes tend to sell for more money, so if you take some of these sales away, but keep the sales of smaller and less expensive homes on the market, then it looks like there's been a drop in median sales price. But the median sales price numbers is for all of Metro Atlanta at every price range. So what looks like a drop in sales price really is just reflecting that smaller and lower price homes are being sold in more abundance than higher priced homes. Now, since I do a lot of work in Northeast Metro Atlanta, I figured I would zoom in on some specific areas. So let's first look at the area that encompasses Beaufort, Suwanee, and Duluth. This chart compares the activity in those cities with the rest of Metro Atlanta. One thing that stands out, while Metro Atlanta as a whole has an inventory of 1 month, these cities have an inventory of just 0.8 months. These areas have less inventory and in higher demand than other areas in Metro Atlanta. In addition, we are seeing sales prices in the Beaufort, Suwanee, and Duluth areas selling for 1.4% higher than the list price, whereas in the rest of Metro Atlanta area as a whole, we are seeing just 0.6% higher than the list price. This indicates that these cities are in higher demand than the average Metro Atlanta city. Next, we will look at Norcross, Berkeley Lake, and Peachtree Corners. The inventory here is 0.9 months of inventory, so slightly lower than the average in Metro Atlanta area. And these homes are selling for 1.1% above the list price, which is slightly higher than the average for Metro Atlanta. What also stands out for this area is that the active average days on market is 28 days versus 36 days for Metro Atlanta. Lastly, I'll focus on Johns Creek and East Alpharetta area. For this area, we see the supply is only 0.7 months of inventory. With that said, it hasn't pushed the sales to list price ratio any higher in this area than for all of Metro Atlanta. All in all, we still see sellers being able to sell quickly and buyers are still battling it out for homes. Now, what does the future hold? In a previous video, I had mentioned that experts are all over the place when it comes to predicting the housing market. Many at the beginning of the year talked about a housing bubble. Now, I thought that this was just a scare tactic getting people to click on their YouTube videos and the like. The reasoning many of these experts gave in predicting a housing bubble was that the number of homeowners that were in forbearance at that time on their home loans was pretty high. Experts were predicting that these homeowners would be unable to pay off the loan once the forbearance period ended, and we would be flooded with foreclosures. Well, that has not happened. As a matter of fact, for the entire US, there's now only 1.6 million homeowners that are in forbearance. While that might seem high for the entire US, it is not really that high of a number. And this is the lowest this number has been since its peak. With that number falling monthly, the likelihood of a market crash and the flooding of the market with foreclosure homes is dwindling. What we are seeing is mortgage rates are holding steady at or below 3%, and inventory starting to slowly rise with the season change. I think we need to get used to this market for the time being because low inventory looks to be staying around for a while. I hope this video was helpful. Even with inventory lows, I continue to be successful at getting my buyers' offers accepted and getting them into their dream homes. And sellers are selling in a weekend at prices they could only dream of. If you have any questions about buying or selling real estate, please feel free to reach out to me. If you have questions about Atlanta or the Metro Atlanta area, please give me a call, shoot me a text or an email. Once again, I'm Jonathan McCoy, and I post videos just like this one, along with videos about living, working, playing, and breathing all things Atlanta and the Metro Atlanta area on Thursdays. So hit that thumbs up button, click on the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. Now, for those subscribers that have been watching for a while, or even if you haven't subscribed, just want to give you a heads up that I might not be posting every Thursday over the next few months. I'm doing a few things behind the scene that's going to take some time, but what I'm trying to do is improve the quality that I'm bringing you of these videos, and I'm hoping you're going to like it. So stay tuned. I'll post as often as I can, and hopefully you're going to get even better quality and better information coming to you soon. Thanks, and I will see you next time.